Thanks for watching That Cozy Fox. Today I'm going to show you how to wind a hank into a cake. So you'll need some scissors and two tall glasses, preferably angled so that it stays on there better. So first thing you're going to do is unwind your hank. This beautiful yarn is from Flower Garden Yarns if you're interested in checking out her shop. You want to find the areas where it's been tied together and go ahead and just trim those. There are usually 3 or even 4 spots where they are tied up. This one only has 1, and you can see I'm having just a little bit of trouble getting it done. So find the other spots, trim them, and then you want to cut your ends. You can just get rid of that, you don't need it. Then take your 2 glasses and spread them kind of far apart on your table. And then take your yarn and put it over each glass, making sure that everything's nice and lined up and they are kind of far apart. You want to find the end that's going to give you the path of least resistance. You want to make sure nothing is twisted up. So I'm going to go ahead and unwind just a little bit, make sure I chose the right end, and I'm also going to flip that around. So the first thing you do is take your non-dominant hand and you put a little string on there and you start just wrapping it around. You can do just wind it around 10, maybe 20 times, but not too tightly. And then you're going to start angling your yarn. So I have my yarn on my left hand and I am going from the bottom right to the top left. And you'll want to keep it at that angle. And the reason you want it to be not so tight is because you are going to spin it as you go. So it's not just in one spot. So you can see I give it a little spin and then I keep going, keep going. Now I'll try to show you a little bit closer. I know it's a difficult angle. I wanted everything to be seen. So you can see how I kind of spun it and then keep that tail out so that you'll be able to pull from the center later if you like to pull from the center. So showing you up close, bottom right to top left. This will give you a nice flat bottom so that it doesn't turn into a ball that rolls away as you work with it. It's going to sit flat on your table or on your surface. So I gave it a little twist. It's a little difficult to spin it at first, but as you keep going, it gets easier and easier to spin it around your thumb. Spin it again, keep going, bottom right to the top left. You can see I do maybe 10 winds and then I give it a little spin just to keep it nice and even, nice and flat. This is also a great workout for your obliques. Lots of side to side. Did you know that you were going to get a core workout today? Well, you are. So you see how nicely the glasses work for keeping it separated. This is such a great way to do it if you don't have your very own Swift, which I do not. You think I'd invest in one. With as much hand-dyed yarn as I buy, I really need a Swift. Do you have a brand that you recommend? Oh, here's another angle, trying to just show you as you go how you're doing bottom right, top left still. Now I am working a little close to my thumb. I should have spread it a little further towards the edge. You want to kind of keep it to the edge and back to the original angle. So wind, wind, wind. You can see how much easier it gets to spin the cake around my thumb. And here we go back to the ab workout. All right, so you can see that the cake has gotten much bigger. The only cake that gets bigger the longer you have it, not smaller. And I'm trying to pay very careful attention to making sure I'm lining up the yarn around the edges. When it's around the edges, that really helps it to be flat. You want it to be flat. You want it to be able to sit on your surface and not roll away. I also like once the cake gets bigger, I can rest my hand on it and I can use my knuckles to guide it a little bit so that it doesn't slip off that edge, that corner that I've been doing. And isn't this yarn so beautiful? Again, it's by Flower Garden Yarns. This was from her cat trio box. This was inspired by Daisy, her ginger cat, as you can tell. I'm actually currently using this yarn to make a purse. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you can see the progress. It's absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for fall. As you get towards the end of the yarn, it's going to get much looser and much more easy to tangle. So you might be tempted to take it off of the glasses, but I'm telling you, don't do it. Just showing you the corners. Having it off of the glasses, you don't want to tangle up a yarn at the very end. So then you can wrap it around the center, give it a little knot, and then I'm going to show you how to center pull. So I basically just pull out a little chunk from the middle, find my end, and you're just going to shove that back in there and pretend like you grabbed the end the first time. So this was how you wind a hank into a cake without having a swift, and you have center pull. Thanks for watching.